To our ever-supportive and dynamic Dean, Dr. Rizali Maandig. To our program heads of the College of Education, Dr. Jerlinda Corpuz and Miss Mary Jane Castro. To our beautiful, loving, and very patient teachers. To our ever-supportive parents, classmates, and friends, greetings to everyone. It's a great honor for me to be here and be chosen to share my success story. Before we begin this journey, allow me to anchor my success story on this Bible verse in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Now, please buckle your seatbelt and join me on this journey. At the young age of 3, I started to witness the face of poverty. When my father was convicted of a crime he didn't do, one night, from many years ago, my mother was forced to raise us, her children, on her own. As a second among the 4 siblings, it pained me a lot to see my mother cry every night because of the problems that we are facing as a family. What I have witnessed and experienced during these trying times led me to dream big dreams, not only for myself but for my family. I promised myself that I'll be successful someday in order to help my mother so that she won't shed tears out of sadness but of joy and happiness. I was determined to somehow be the right hand of my mother in providing our family. That's why, at the age of 5, I worked in a farm and also grazed horses in the ranch. Surviving the hardship of life, that time was not easy. There were times when we don't have food in our table because of the drought. In order to somehow fill our empty stomach, we just eat banana and any available root crops. Sometimes the mixture of oil and soy sauce serve as our substitute viand. We used to call it as target because we use our index finger to target salt granules and put it in our mouth. It was challenging, yet at the same time, it made me stronger. It exposed me to the reality of life and helped me gain wisdom. As I started my journey as a student, life never stopped challenging me. During my elementary days, I used to walk 6 kilometers every day from our house to school. I also struggled a lot to be in school because of the bullies around me who always looked down on me because of my poverty. At recess time, I always felt jealous seeing my classmates' delicious baons and colorful lunch boxes because sadly my mother cannot afford to give me extra money for school. What we have was not even enough to sustain our daily needs, but my determination to finish my studies kept me moving. I challenged myself not to give up too easily and do my best in everything. In order to earn some extra money, I even worked for my teachers through helping them clean their houses or cut the grasses in their lawns. Through my experiences, I learned to value every single cent I spend and value more the sacrifices of my mother. I remember buying my first lunchbox using those money I saved from helping my teachers. Owning such made me happy. But I needed to give it to my sister because I realized she needed it the most. Some people tried to discourage me in continuing my studies because of our situation. They said, it's a waste of time. However, because of my will to pursue my dreams, I continue reaching for my dreams even if it meant living away from them. Not having my family around made the situation even challenging. But gladly, I surpassed it. And because of consistent hard work, I graduated in high school with flying colors. Honestly, continuing my college education was something my family practically cannot afford because of our financial situation. But thank God for FINMA COC because it's opened its door for many students, including me, who dream of becoming professionals to make their lives better. I started college as a working student. I juggled my studies and part-time job as a food handling crew at Minute Burger. Had to go to school every day and work night. It's very hard because the pressure is around me. I can barely have time for myself. I woke up early to manage to go to school on time, but sometimes I cannot avoid being late because either I oversleep or I was really exhausted. Despite the difficulty of my situation, I'm so thankful of having teachers who are very understanding and very patient on me. Every time I felt like giving up, remembering that painful night when I saw my mother cry, gave me motivation to keep going on because that's when I started to dream big dreams. I exerted a lot of efforts for my studies. I tried my best to be active in class and submit my requirements on time. That's why I managed to be one of the Dean's Lister during my first year in the school. When I was in second year, God sent an angel who volunteered to finance my studies. A load of burden was suddenly relieved from my shoulders because finally I can focus on my studies and can stop working a part-time job. However, that happiness was then tested and was put on hold because of the person who's then supporting me wanted me to stop during the summer term for some personal and acceptable reasons. So I obeyed. I felt discouraged at that time, but I kept holding on the promise of God in that Bible from Jeremiah 29:11 that God's plan is good and I know that everything happens for a reason. I encounter a lot of setbacks and failures, but through hard times I experience the goodness of God that carries me through. I am thankful for the experience I had all these years because it made me who I am today. It made me more aware of life, more grateful even of the simple things, and it taught me lessons I cannot just get from reading books. My journey also in college was so fulfilling. It broke my composure countless of times. It made me cry. It made me happy, and above all, it helped me grow as an equipped future educator. I am happy that I have met different people from who became my shoulders to lean on and my family. The tears I have shed and silent cries I have offered to Him made me realize that hurdles and trials are like spices and are essential parts of life. Indeed, we will not be strong in life if we will not go through different storms. Eventually, at the end of the tunnel, this will make us strong and bold to face the future. Remember always that in every storm, God is with us and will never leave us. This journey doesn't end here, but the beginning of a new one's. Allow me to thank the people who never left me in this bumpy road. My family, my friends, my College of Education teachers, thank you for holding my hand and for believing on me. And to us, a new set of student teachers, I pray that we will continue to carry with us the torch of success and let us not forget to celebrate our victory. this new milestone. I'll end this speech with a quote. Success is a milestone achieved after continuous struggles, hard work, pains, motivation, failures, and repeated efforts. It can never be static or one-spot destination. Cheers for more success in the future, my fellow future teachers.